Good morning and welcome to Herb Oracle Podcast, botanical divination with herbs, essences, flowers, and trees with your host, Herbal Marie. Let's start the day off pulling some oracle cards and getting a few messages. We can shoot the shiitake in a spiritual way-ish. And if you follow me on Instagram, I'll post a pic of the cards at Herb Oracle. Thanks so much for joining me. Here we go. Yay, I feel better. You guys, I'm feeling better today. Not that anything in my life has changed, but I'm just feeling better. I went outside this morning to let out the chickens, and I just decided to sit with and caress the patch of holy basil, the patch of Tulsi. Holy moly, holy moly Tulsi, you guys. There is nothing sweeter, more magnificent, lovely than the smell of fresh Tulsi on your hands. Like, I know regularly I'm like, you have to try growing this, you have to grow this, you have to do this, you have to do that. But I mean it. When I say you have to grow Tulsi, I mean it. Just bump it up to the top of your list. Get some holy basil Tulsi seeds. You can get the variety pack from Strictly Medicinal. Here's the thing though, now that I have like a couple different strains of Tulsi, I can't remember which is what, and I need to figure out which one is the more fuzzy leaf, like which one is the more softer, velvetier leaf. So if you know the answer to that question, let me know. Because I think that is my favorite to touch and to smell. Although everything that's growing right now is gorgeous. The only thing that I don't have growing at all anywhere is the Krishna. The Krishna variety. It just fizzled out. So I should try that Krishna again. It's got a little purplier tint to it. But yeah, you guys, holy basil on my hands, like that's all I need today. That is the only thing I need today to fill me up, get me focused on gratitude, and start to communicate love in everything that I do. Get out of my head, get into my heart, keep telling myself, I am light, I am love, I am light, I am love, I am. Say these words to yourself anytime you want to connect to the divine and send out a call to your higher self. I am light, I am love, I am. That's all you need to know. You just need to know those three little sentences and to grow holy basil, and that's it. After that, it's all good. So what the hell happened yesterday? We talked about the law of disintegration, and then we had a full moon. And did we have the lunar eclipse last night? I mean, I didn't even look and see if I was able to see it or nothing. Like, I just take the astrological people's word for it, and something's going to change. And I think something did. Faux show. So the law of disintegration was the ultimate shedding of sheaths. It was releasing the illusions of the perception of separation. And that ultimate shedding of those illusions moves us closer to oneness. So that was a big deal. And okay, I have to tell you a funny story. Okay. If you've been listening, thanks for listening. You may have heard me invite you to be my friend on Facebook. Like, I was like, yo, I'll request, friend request or approve pretty much everybody, right? Like, be my friend. Like, I need you. Like, I only have people on my friends list that I know who they actually are, and it's awful. And so I had to laugh because this kind of reggae singer, maybe from Jamaica or Africa or somewhere, Dominican Republic, Jamaica, I don't know. he had like 5,000 friends, and he requested me, and I thought, hey, why not? I'll listen to his music, and sure. Well, like within like 12 to 24 hours after friend requesting this person, every time I log in, there's a dozen new men who are friend requesting me, either from Africa, Kenya, Kenya is in Africa, I am aware of that, and or Jamaica, or the Dominican Republic, or just like, and I'm like, wait a second, what? At first I was like, oh, cool, like, okay, sure. Well, like 100 friend requests later, like I feel like, is there a program in Facebook that can just start like sending you, I mean, I'm not saying they're bots or anything, but I finally was like, oh my God, like, like then like Saudi Arabian men are asking me to be friends, and I will be anyone's friend. But it was just getting a little weird, like is this like a bot or a program, or like did my name get put on some list, like like she'll be friends with anyone. And so I wasn't really sure if they were even like real accounts. So I had to change my face. It was literally getting ridiculous. So I had to change my Facebook that only friends of friends for right now, because like I was like, this is just kind of getting weird. Like I don't think they're really actually requesting me. It's just odd. It was odd. It was really freaking odd. So maybe I shouldn't say that I'll request anyone, even though I would, but I just don't think I'm expressing how the quantity of requests that were coming in. Like something in my Facebook account got broken. And so yeah, like now I don't know how I'm going to connect with the herbalists in the Dominican Republic, but I will find you. We will be friends. But I don't know who all these other dudes were. So I just kind of had to laugh to myself, because I was like, maybe you should watch your fucking mouth and watch what you say. Like, oh yeah, you want more friends, but do you want thousands of people who are like, no, I want to actually connect with people who want to connect with me, not just another, like, I don't know. It was just weird. It was weird, you guys. So I just have to go with it, right? Just have to go with it, whatever. And the more people that friend request me on Facebook, I realize that, like, I really just only need to do, like, one Facebook session a week, like Facebook Friday. I'm on there for, like, 20 minutes. That's it. So I think that's pretty much all I can give Facebook at this point, like, one 20-minute session a week. Yeah. But I did go on there, and I did post the affirmation, I am light, I am love, I am, because when I do log on and if I see my page, that's the first thing that I want to see, that I want to be reminded of, because Facebook is the type of situation that if you have something to argue about, be divided about, get disillusioned about, get distracted about, get taken away from your spiritual journey, ding, 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 Facebook is the place that's perfect to do that. So one, I want to, like, put a little light out there for other people, and two, remind myself that when I do go there, it's to try to put good energy into the place and send people love and, maybe connect, and yeah, maybe not. So, I mean, it's been so summer nice that's like, why would you want to be on Facebook ever anyways, But yeah, maybe once a week for 20 minutes, send some love and light out into the Facebook realm. That's about all I can do now. So anyways, if you didn't get to me before I put my restrictions on my personal account, just message me on Instagram at Herb Oracle, and I'll find you. But if not, here's the other thing. Everything I put on my Facebook page has been public. Like Facebook ain't getting shit from me. Facebook is not getting pictures of my children. Facebook is not getting my my wishy-washy emotional thoughts at any given time. Facebook is not getting shit from me. So everything that I do post, it's public. So anybody that just happens to be passing through, if you go down my Facebook page at Sadie Marie Cherico, what you see is what you get. There's not one post that is private. I've done everything public. So there it is, y'all. All right, so are you guys ready to do like another law of the universe? We're doing, if you're new, we're doing 105. We're going over this list that I found on the internet. You can find it too. Just search 105 universal laws. This list is posted on several different websites, so I'm not sure who to even credit for doing it. But thanks, it's given me something to do for the next... Okay, wait. Today we're doing 20, so 85. After this, we got 85 more days. Yeah, good mathing. Good mathing, girl. Good job. So it's going to keep me busy for a little bit. Give me a little universal big little universal law to think about every morning and throughout the day, and kind of just expand my awareness. Try to get, I want to stay in my heart space, but I need to give my head something to do. And what better thing to give it to do than try to become a better creator, try to become a better manifester, understand the universe, how it works, how I work, how it all ticks. And then, I can quit miscreating. I can start attracting better things, better experiences, more happiness. Because this round of sadness that, it's still, I'm still able to tap into it, I'm sure. But I just feel like I need to move on now to a better feeling place. A feeling place of hope, a feeling place of appreciation, a feeling place of love, a feeling place of gratitude, of connection, of compassion, of observance, just observing instead of judging. So we are definitely releasing all that negative stuff that doesn't serve us. We have to get out of judgment. How do you do that? You keep on your practice of forgiveness. And forgiveness really is about accepting and allowing, and just, it is what it is. And if it happened, it was supposed to happen. And then you just kind of let it go. So the universal law, the law is the law of divine flow. So that's going to be awesome. I did not pre-read it. I don't prepare because I like to be thrown off. Because I like surprises. So we're going to do the law of divine flow, and then let's do the magic of flowers today. Let me pull it out. Then we'll do the magic of flowers by Tess Whitehurst. And I also want, one archetype from the power of flowers. So we're going to have we're going to pull, you hear that? That's my bag that's in one of those what's this called? It's like wedding material, little gift bags. Anyways, I'm sidetracked. We're gonna do one from the power of flowers, and then surround it with some magic, and see how that goes. We're just gonna flow. All right, so you ready? Number 20, the law of divine flow. Whew. By living in the moment, centering ourselves in love, and being in service to others as opposed to service to self, we live in the law of divine flow. We stay in the moment by moment flowing of our higher self, creating actions which reflect love and allowingness. When we are able to do this, we notice how we say just the right things, do what is best for all, and refrain from doing that which we previously disliked in ourselves or others. We maintain a stronger connection to our God self. The more we do this, the more we are able to do this. to a degree, the deliberate letting go of this flow is the allowing of our spiritual integrity to be compromised. And that's it. I have to look at the next page. Like, are we going to the next page? Nope. Tomorrow we'll go to the next page. The law of divine love and oneness. And then the law of economy. What? All right, let's not look ahead. The law of divine flow. I love it. Can I please stay in it? So how do we stay in it? How do we live in the law of divine flow? By living in the moment, being right here, right now with me, like right now, right here, living in the moment, centering ourselves in love. So why don't we just do that for a quick sec? Like, just close your eyes if you're not driving. Does anybody listen to this when they're driving? What the hell are you doing? I will put you to sleep. It's a morning show that I will put you to sleep. All right, center ourselves in love. Just literally envision yourself dropping from your head down to your chest, down into your heart space. Taking a deep breath and conjuring a feeling of love. If you get really good at it, you can just say love and feel love. But if you're not quite so seasoned at that, think of something or someone or that you do love to kind of spark that feeling, or have a touchstone moment that you can refer back to. Or just inhale and bring in that love. Sometimes I like to see like love from our creator, from all that is, from God, source, if you will. I see that like kind of just being poured into my head, like this golden light love energy poured into my head through my crown chakra and just filling up my heart space, like so much that I can feel it kind of like going down into my arms and tingling down into my forearms, and I almost have to shake my hands out. There's so much love light coming into me, and it makes me sit up straighter, and it makes me puff out my chest a little bit, and I just fill up my cup with love. So by living in the moment, by centering ourselves in love and being in service to others, what can you do for the all? What can you do to help uplift humanity? What can you do to help people? What can you do? How can you be? That's an even better thing. How can you be? The state that you're in can either uplift humanity or bring it down. So be in service to others, service to the all. And not just your selfish little service to self. All you care about is you, right? Let's start to see us connected to everyone else. We're all one big blob of consciousness when it's all said and done. So once you get that in your head, you're like, wait a second, I need to help everybody, right? Because by helping you, I help me. And when I heal me, I heal you. And when I uplift somebody, I uplift the essence of humanity. As we create more happy and content and peaceful individuals, then that's what we get as a whole, as a collective. So this service to others, I mean, if it hasn't called to you yet, it will. It really will, because service to others, it's yourself is included in that. So anyways, but when we live in the moment, when we center ourselves in love, when we be in service to others, in service to the all, we live in the law of divine flow. So yeah, like sometimes it's just good to sit and empty yourself out of your ego and your selfishness and just say, Spirit, I am open to be of service. How can I help? What can I do today that is in service to the all? And just allow yourself to be filled with that love and that energy and that guidance. And when you're living in the moment, you're following your happiness, you're following your bliss, like you are in the law of divine flow. So we stay in the moment by moment, flowing our higher selves, creating actions which reflect love and allowingness. And it's really beautiful. And when we are able to do this, when we're able to stay in that moment and in that energy, we say the right things at the right time, we do what is best for all, and we refrain from doing the bullshit that we used to do that hurt people or that we didn't like. Like, oh, I don't like being like that. I don't like feeling like that. Well, we can stay out of that past patterns when we stay in the now moment of divine flow. What else do? We maintain a stronger connection to our God self, our higher self, our guides, the higher energy, the realms that are here to assist us. This is a state that allows that stronger connection. And the more we do this, the more we're able to do this. And then, we really do just want to always be in this law of divine flow, because we don't want to compromise the integrity of our spiritual integrity. We want to allow ourselves to just, I was going to say release, but it is just allow the spiritual integrity to flow. So stay in that state, get in that state, and stay in it as long as you can. Being in the flow, you may have experienced it like when you're in the garden working with herbs, creatively expressing yourself, even doing the dishes, taking a walk. You can get in that experience of flow. So the more you can do that throughout the day, the more that you will be guided to do beautiful, caring, connected things in your life. Yeah, the essence of life is to communicate love, and that communication of love can flow out of you effortlessly the more you live in the moment and centering yourself and allowing the law of divine flow to work its magic. Okay, so this is so funny. When I ended that segment, I had to give it a name, and I wrote Law of Divine, and I went to write flow, and I wrote and I started to write flower. Flow is in flower, Flow. So maybe that is why I was so drawn to my flower decks today. Woo! Kind of like something fun to think about, that flow is in flowers. Divine flow, divine flowers. Okay. All right. I had a drink of, I have to tell you what I'm drinking today. Well, I have dandelion root tea in front of me, but in the fridge, I made a really strong Egyptian mint tea, and then I added honey, and then I put it in the fridge, so it's cold mint tea. It is so good, just with enough honey to make it a little sweet. It's delicious. Egyptian mint is a wonderful mint. It really has established itself in the yard, around the house, and back by the chicken coop. And it's good fresh, and it's good dried. Like, I just love, love, love it. But this tea I made with the fresh plant. And then after I'm done with this podcast, I took that holy basil, a bunch of it today, and put it in the blender with some water. And I'm going to be drinking holy basil all day, just sipping on it and enjoying. It is so wonderful. Swishing it in my mouth, it's so cleansing and beautifying and wonderful. Can't say enough good stuff about it. And then this dandelion root tea, that's just, I don't know, I gotta have something warm to drink. This morning I used some of the dandelion root that I had cut and dried and roasted myself, and then I ended up having to use a tea bag too, the store-bought. Like, the stuff I make myself is just never quite as roasted as the store-bought stuff. So Anyways, I'll have to look into that. All right, so I've got the Power of Flowers. We're going to get an archetypal guide today. Whoop! Dang it. Dang it. There's 3 that want to come out. Why does this always happen to me? I'm like, one card, want one card. Like, I'm drilling it in to the universe that we want one card. Because I have something like in my mind like that I wanted to do. Like, I wanted to have the archetype and then have all these other flowers dancing around her. But what I want isn't always what comes out. Like, because sometimes there's just a better thing coming out for me. Okay, so the 3 cards that slipped out, 2 were from the middle, 1 was from the bottom. Like, it literally was like these cards were chosen in my hand before I even had time to know what the hell I was doing. I'm looking at our 3 guides for the day, and it is absolutely perfect. We have in the center, we have California Poppy. And then on the left, we have Sagebrush. And on the right, we have saguaro cactus. So we have basically fairy energy in the center. And then we have this balanced energy on each side of, Native American desert energy. So we have so looking at them from left to right, we have Sagebrush, California Poppy, and saguaro cactus, if I'm saying that right, saguaro. And she is a little bit of a more mature spirit, and there's a blackbird in the sky. Her spirit essence is like in the sky above the cactus, this huge cactus, and it has the flowers at the bottom. Now the California Poppy is a beautiful fairy who's standing on a poppy, and she has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 younger, smaller fairies around her. The California Poppy flower that she's standing on is surrounded by a circle of mushrooms. And yeah, it's real kind of fuzzy and magical. Oh, this is interesting. Excuse me, let me completely choke on my throat here first. The California Poppy and saguaro cactus archetypal guides, they are kind of fuzzy-ish. Like, they're not of this dimension. They're probably like 40, 5D, 60, like they're especially the saguaro cactus. She is definitely not physical. The California Poppy, she's half in, half out, but they've got this lighted energy around them that says like they can move dimensions. Now the Sagebrush woman with the white buffalo calf, so this might be white buffalo calf woman, she is more solid looking in this picture. So that's kind of interesting when we were just talking about the divine, the law of divine flow, because when we're in that moment of flow, we can connect with our God self. We can connect with the higher realms. Like looking at the sagebrush, looking at her, she is walking beside this white buffalo calf. She is grounded in her energy, grounded in the earth. She is connected to nature, to the elements. And it's with that grounded, anchored energy that you're able to connect into the fairy realm. You're able to connect into these higher guides that are always sending us energy downloads, guidance, and love. But it's not until we're in that state of divine flow that we're going to pick up on it even. So that's kind of interesting whenever I look at these guides coming through. So let's talk about Sagebrush for a minute. Yeah, she is so wonderful. I love her long dark hair. We've got the sagebrush up on kind of a desert cliff, canyon cliff behind her. And her and the buffalo are walking in like the prairie grass and towards the front of the card, and the sagebrush is behind them up on that rocky ledge. So sagebrush is an evergreen shrub or a woody perennial. The sagebrush is distinguished by its leaf patterns, small yellow flowers, and silvery gray or white aromatic foliage. It's a really hardy plant, and it utilizes the full strength of the sun, and it can tolerate extremes of heat and cold. So this deck is all about flower essences, and you can make a flower essence of sagebrush. The sagebrush is one of Mother Nature's most popular healing agents for the purification of heart, mind, and body, both as a flower essence and as a sacred herb. In essence, derived from sagebrush blossoms, the essence may accelerate personal evolution. The tiny yellow flowers act as miniature suns, blooming like rays of new consciousness from its silvery green foliage and radiating the light of the Great Spirit within the heart of humanity. Sagebrush essence serves as a spiritual cleaner and tonic, clearing out the obstacles, illusions, and habitual patterns which typically cloud reality. So very cool. That is our theme, isn't it? Like always letting go of patterns, always clearing out, getting that clarity, releasing illusions. So sagebrush is here to just help us, because the energy of the full moon is going to be with us all week. Let us clear out. Let us release. Let us let go of these habitual and focus on the habitual patterns that sometimes we just keep perpetuating. And don't you get to the point where you're like, I just wish I would stop doing this, reacting like this, adding to this energy that I don't like? The white buffalo calf woman is here to help us release that with the energy of sagebrush. So yeah, that is white buffalo calf woman. And according to Lakota teachings, she is associated with the mysteries of this sacred pipe. She introduces an awareness of the sacredness of all life, bringing order to the universe. Her image changes from that of a beautiful woman to that of a buffalo, sometimes white and sometimes black, depending on the message she has to impart. And, you know, with her in this card, I mean, it could not be a sweeter buffalo calf. It is so white and so fluffy. It's almost got like a lavender pinkish tone to it, you know, like it's pure. It is of pure essence, and I love the energy. And like the white calf almost has like a glow to it too, like the fairies do in the next card. So it's just this really beautiful lighted energy coming in with these cards this morning. So the healing of sagebrush. There are times in our lives when we are faced with a choice either to realign ourselves to higher principles through purification, thought, word, and deed, or to turn our backs on such precious opportunities. So this card indicates that you may be standing at such a crossroad in your life. So it's like, yo, do you want to turn your back on this energy that's coming in, or do you want to realign yourself to the higher principles? Do you want to purify your mind, your thoughts, your words, your deeds? Or do you just want to turn your back on all that good stuff? It's your choice. You have free will, right, in every moment. As you seek to live in reverence for all life, remember to give thanks to the white buffalo calf woman, the harbinger of cosmic justice, love, and peace. So she gives us a blessing. Sagebrush, holy herb, empty my soul. Your yellow flowers are stars in the night. My ignorance and suffering are brought to light. Dang. Because that is exactly what the full moon does. It like brings all our issues to the surface, and it's like a pimple that needs to be popped, you know? It's like, sorry for that gross analogy, but it's like, do you not feel sometimes during a full moon like you're a little bit crazier, you're a little bit edgier, you're a little bit like, if there's anything inside of you that needs to be healed, the full moon brings it to the surface. And now I just feel like Sagebrush is also accelerating that. Sagebrush, holy herb, empty my soul. Your yellow flowers are stars in the night. My ignorance and suffering are brought to light. And thank you for it, because if we are not aware of it, then how can we heal it? If it's not brought to light, we don't realize we are still harboring it within us. So yeah, let's make intentions for all our ignorance and suffering be brought to light, so that we can realign with ourselves to our higher principles, so that we can purify our minds and let go of these patterns that have not been serving us, because we're ready for more love and peace. Right? Yes. Right? Yes. Right? Yes. All right, so you should be smiling now, because we're going into the fairy realm with California poppy. I really thought that my California poppies would have reseeded more heavily. I only got a few back this year when I had a lot last year, so I didn't think to plant anymore, because I wanted to see like how well they self-sowed in Pennsylvania. But it seems like I'm going to have to help them out, maybe save the seeds and, sprinkle them again in the spring, because they're a wonderful flower to have in the garden. It's a wonderful tincture to make. And this card is going to tell us how we can make a flower essence. So California poppy is a perennial plant native to California and Oregon. Its stems, which are 8 to 24 inches long with blue-green leaves, like it makes you think of like something that would live in the ocean. They support these soft, satiny petals, ranging in colors from pale yellow to deep orange. Its blooms close on cloudy days and at night. So yeah, it definitely loves the sun. And the flower essence, the flower remedy derived from the California poppy, carries within it the radiant heights of summer and the majesty of sunlight, drawing the awakened sun force upward through the human heart. It sparks a luscious cup of gold within the soul. This magic elixir also expands one's vision to include the antics of the fairy people, helping human beings to unite with these kindred spirits of the Devic realm. So that is kind of funny that I was talking about being a cup earlier, having like God, source, all that is, send down this golden love light and fill up my cup, fill in my heart. And that's what California poppy helps too. It sparks a luscious cup of gold within the soul, drawing the awakened sun force upward through the human heart. So beautiful message there. So the archetype here is the Deva and the flower fairies. Global myths, folklore, and fairy tales ignite the imagination and spark inquiries of a mystical nature regarding the existence of gnomes, devas, fairies, brownies, angels, elves, and the like. These magical beings are the omnipresent agents of creative will, the engineers of nature. As such, they direct, build, weave, and sustain all natural forces, solar, planetary, and universal. They are the shining ones, or devas, self-luminous beings of iridescent light, color, and energy. So we have a big, big solar message, with both of these cards, and again, a message to connecting with the realms that we cannot detect with our physical eyes, but just because we can't see it doesn't mean it's not there. So we have a beautiful healing message from the fairy world. The fairy world, in its supreme purity, has come to greet you today. Perhaps you are being rewarded for having opened your heart to the wonders of the natural world. The little people wish to pay their respects and welcome you into their magical world. Rejoice, this is indeed an honor. The golden poppy fairy overlights you, offering you the treasure of warm and nurturing sunlight within. So that's really cool because, I started off this podcast saying that I feel better because I had connected with Tulsi, with the holy basil, just being outside. And yeah, the fairy realm comes in to personally give me a pat on the back and say thank you for getting out in the garden. Thank you for coming to your senses. Thank you for getting out of your head and back into your heart, back into the garden, and back into the energy that you can have fun in. So let's enjoy the blessing here. Oh, fairy queen, your magical world dances in my sunlit soul. California poppy of vibrant rays, teach me the fairy ways. So yeah, there is definitely a lot to be learned just by being in the garden and letting the little energies around you teach you how to just be with the plants and enjoy the plants and love the plants. So, oh fairy queen, your magical world dances in my sunlit soul. California poppy of vibrant rays, teach me the fairy ways. So that is some really fun energy. I'm kind of nervous now to go on to the saguaro cactus because I just want to stay with the fairies, why, if you get invited into the fairy realm, why would you ever want to leave, It's just, to me, so wonderful. So let me see if I can find the saguaro cactus in this little book. And so funny, I only wanted one of these cards, and I'm so thankful that 3 came out. And to greet us, we have the white buffalo cactus woman, white buffalo calf woman, the California poppy fairy, and now with the saguaro cactus, we have, I called it a woman, it's grandfather wisdom, but he's so beautiful. I always actually think that it's grandmother, but it's grandfather. He's just gorgeous, and he is the time keeper. So we're ending with grandfather wisdom, timekeeper, with the saguaro cactus. The saguaro cactus is a majestic plant known to reach the height of 20 feet or more. Given its slow-growing nature, approximately 1 foot for every 15 years of life. Oh my God, let's do the math on that. If it can be 20 feet and it only grows 1 foot for every 15 years of life, oh my goodness. A lifespan of 300 years is not unusual for this grandfather of the plant world. What? That is incredible. This cactus can live 300 years. Wow. The mature plant has a root system capable of holding up to 200 gallons of water. enough to sustain it for an entire year. Wow. All right, so you can, a flower essence can be made for you. And let's read about that. The elixir, actually, let me have a drink. So sorry. Let me take a break. Oe ae, oe ae, oe ae. All right, so I'm not surprised at all that I totally choked up there, because I often do with grandfather energy when I feel that that lineage of Native American come in to any of my readings. A lot of time I do choke up with White Eagle and some of these other cards that I pull. Like, it is such a, see, I'm doing it again. Like, I don't know why I do that, but grandfather, Native American grandfather energy always makes me very, very, very emotional. So I definitely have a connection there, or that is just such an intense energy, that too. But yeah, I feel it come in very strongly. Oh, so let's see if I can focus here even with the saguaro cactus. Let's talk about the flower essence. This elixir can help individuals align vertically to a higher order of personal authority and integrity. So here we have another message of integrity coming in for us today. Father issues on both personal and cultural levels are eased as one attunes to the wisdom of the inner wise grandfather who protects and guides his people. At the personal level, saguaro cactus essence is especially healing for those who have lost a father at an early age or experienced paternal abandonment at or before birth. In addition, it is also highly recommended for ceremony and ritual, especially where tradition and age are being honored. So yeah, tradition and age, these are things that we should honor. Connecting with our inner wisdom, our inner wise grandfather, we can all tap into that energy. If we have father issues, if we lost a father, if we were abandoned, if it just, yeah, like totally. That's probably why like the grandfather energy affects me so deeply, is because I do have, I feel like I've done most of my healing work when it comes to my father, but maybe there's a little bit more in there. So, oh yeah, my dad was a son of a bitch. He was so horrible, you guys. And he was just crazy, and he was violent. And yeah, there was quite a substantial amount of healing work to do regarding my dad. And also there was so much more work to do, because after, when children are traumatized, they build walls around their hearts, they close down emotionally, they don't hear their guidance system as clearly, because they've already learned how to turn off the switch to their heart. You know what I mean? Like, oh, this is a situation where I don't want to deal with this. You just flip the switch, and you're just, your heart is a rock. And yeah, so I had to do so much work in that area. So yeah, thank you, saguaro cactus, for bringing your energy today and the wisdom of the wise grandfather. So grandfather wisdom, he's the timekeeper. Timekeepers understand that all of life is made up of certain archetypal patterns. The elders, who carry time within them, understand that such patterns are imprinted in our dreams, intentions, and self-knowing. And furthermore, that they change with the growth and evolution of Earth and all the galaxies. Grandfather wisdom patiently watches over the many offspring issuing forth from grandmother's sacred womb. So the healing message today. The saguaro cactus is a powerful healing presence. Its stature and dignity symbolize the shift you are undergoing in relation to your own personal power. The masculine principle within your psyche is rebalancing at this time, and you find yourself able to receive grandfather's sacred knowledge, which resides within your heart, just as it lives at the center of this proud, majestic plant. The folds of grandfather's garment reach out to protect you on your journey. So let me just get right into the blessing. Ancient knowledge of mystery, saguaro's message living within this desert tree, strong and proud, loving and true, my life receives protection from you. You guys, what a beautiful message of protection from grandfather wisdom, the timekeeper, saguaro cactus, ancient knowledge of mystery, saguaro's message living within this desert tree, strong and proud, loving and true, my life receives protection from you. Oh my goodness, sorry to startle you, but I'm just going to leave it at that. We go into this beautiful space and then I bust out again with the fairy realm energy. We have a lot going on today, this week with our energy. Don't you feel it? I mean, Sagebrush is bringing up the ignorance and suffering to light, the things that we need to heal. Sagebrush is saying yeah, we're going to empty out. We are going to clarify. We're going to purify. We are going to use this lunar eclipse energy, this full moon energy to the fullest. Oh, white buffalo calf woman is saying, oh no, we're here to do some clearing. We're here to do some work. But the fairy realm is coming in with California Poppy and being yeah, and let us teach you the fairy ways during all this, because you're going to move on to something better and more enjoyable and magical, and there's so much more that you could be tapping into, all this different kinds of energy, and umbrellaing all of it is grandfather wisdom with this message of protection, this message of love and integrity and respect and ancient traditions. And yeah, just giving us everything we need. He's got enough water for the whole year. He's you can do this work. Everything is going to be fine. You are protected. And just kind of helping us rebalance at this time. So thank you, grandfather. Thank you, fairy queen. And thank you, white buffalo calf woman. We appreciate the energy of sagebrush, California poppy, and saguaro cactus so very much today. So yeah, that's where I'm going to leave it. Tomorrow we can use the deck, the magic of flowers. But today I feel like this is plenty enough. I mean, let's get up. Let's take a deep breath. Let's feel these energies that we just tapped into, and let's have ourselves a beautiful, magical, clearing and connecting day. So much love to you. Enjoy these lunar energies coming in, and take the day to connect with this solar energies as well. There is so much wellness and love to connect with. Yes, in oneness. I'll see you soon.